Deep in the heart of Tennessee, in the quiet town of Adams, lies a legend so terrifying that it has haunted the land for over 2 centuries. It is the story of a spirit so malevolent, so powerful, that it spoke, tormented, and even predicted death. This is the true story of the Bell Witch, a poltergeist that drove a family to the brink of madness and terrified even a future president of the United States. Some say the Bell Witch never truly left, and if you listen closely, you may still hear her whispers in the wind. It began in 1817 with whispers in the night. At first, the Bell family thought it was the wind, but soon the noises grew louder. Scratching sounds along the walls, tapping at the windows, and the chilling sound of something unseen breathing beside their beds. Then the voice came, a raspy, mocking whisper that called them by name and laughed when they screamed. Soon, the entity gained strength. It spoke in full sentences, taunting the family, revealing their secrets and predicting tragedies before they happened. It claimed to be the spirit of a woman named Kate Batts, seeking revenge on John Bell, the family patriarch. But whatever it truly was, it was far from human. The Bell Witch was not just a voice, it had power. Family members were slapped, scratched, and thrown from their beds. Betsy Bell, the youngest daughter, suffered the worst, her hair yanked violently, bruises appearing on her arms from invisible hands. It was as if the spirit wanted her to suffer, but no one knew why. The legend of the Bell Witch spread far and wide, reaching even General Andrew Jackson, who would later become the 7th President of the United States. Intrigued, he traveled to the Bell farm with his men, determined to expose the haunting as a fraud. But as they neared the property, their wagon wheels locked in place, refusing to move. Then, a chilling voice echoed through the air, "They go no further." Jackson and his men fled before nightfall, declaring the house to be truly cursed. John Bell became the spirit's main target. For years, he suffered from mysterious illnesses, his body weakening as the witch tormented him day and night. Then, on December 20th, 1820, he was found dead in his bed. A vial of dark, unidentified liquid sat on his nightstand. The Bell Witch claimed responsibility, laughing as she said, "I gave him the poison myself." When they tested the liquid on the family cat, it died instantly. Even after John Bell's death, the entity remained. It promised to return in 7 years. And when the time came, strange occurrences resumed, though less violently. To this day, visitors to the Bell property report eerie whispers, sudden cold spots, and the overwhelming feeling of being watched. Some say the Bell Witch never left, that she is still waiting, in the dark, for her next victim. The story of the Bell Witch remains one of America's most chilling hauntings. Was it the vengeful spirit of Kate Batts, or something far more sinister? Many believe that speaking her name aloud can summon her presence. Would you dare to say it in the dead of night? If you listen closely, you might just hear her whisper back. Nestled deep in the hills of Hinsdale, New York, sits an old farmhouse that hides a chilling secret. It looks like any ordinary home, but those who have stepped inside know the truth. The Hinsdale house is one of the most haunted locations in America, a place where shadow figures lurk in the darkness, objects defy gravity, and spirits whisper through the walls. Even after an exorcism was performed, the terror never stopped. This is the true story of the Hinsdale house, a home where the dead refuse to rest. In the early 1970s, the Dandy family moved into the Hinsdale house, hoping for a quiet life in the countryside. But almost immediately, they knew something was wrong. Strange noises echoed through the halls, whispers, knocks, and distant footsteps, even when they were alone. Then came the sighting, shadowy figures lurking at the edges of their vision, disappearing the moment they turned to look. The haunting escalated quickly. Furniture moved on its own. Objects levitated in midair, defying gravity before crashing to the ground. The family heard guttural growls echoing from the basement, where no living thing could be found. And in the dead of night, the children awoke to see dark silhouettes standing at the foot of their beds, unmoving, watching. Desperate for answers, the Dandy family researched the land their house was built on, and what they found was horrifying. The property had a dark history, stories of violent deaths, lost souls, and an ancient curse placed upon the land. Some believed it was once a site of sacred rituals, while others spoke of murdered settlers whose spirits still wandered the grounds. The house wasn't just haunted, the land itself was cursed. Hoping to rid the house of its dark presence, the Dandy family called upon a priest to perform an exorcism. Holy water was sprinkled, prayers were chanted, and for a brief moment, silence filled the home. Then, all hell broke loose. The walls shook violently. Objects were hurled across rooms, a deep, guttural scream echoed from the attic, followed by laughter, mocking, inhuman laughter. The entity had not been banished, it had been angered. The Dandy family couldn't take it anymore. After months of torment, they abandoned the house, leaving behind their dreams of a peaceful life. But the spirits of Hinsdale House were not confined to one family. Paranormal investigators, ghost hunters, and even skeptics who have entered the house since have all reported the same terrifying experiences: disembodied voices, poltergeist activity, and a feeling of being watched by something unseen. The house is still alive, and it still waits for new visitors. Today, the Hinsdale House remains one of America's most haunted locations. It has been featured in countless paranormal investigations, each uncovering new horrors. No one truly knows what lurks within its walls. You dare to spend the night in the Hinsdale House? You do? Just remember, some who enter never truly leave. The world is full of haunted places. Few are as terrifying as the Hinsdale House. Have you ever encountered something unexplainable? Share your story in the comments below. And if you want more real-life horror, don't forget to like and subscribe.